Western Conference action, and it comes from one of the best rivalries in the USL Championship. El Paso Locomotive FC versus Phoenix Rising FC has given us big goals in big moments from big-time players. Is there bad blood between these clubs? Absolutely. And we get to enjoy every second of it. So what does tonight have in store for us? We'll find out. Welcome to the not-so-friendly confines of Southwest University Park. Not so friendly, of course, if you're Phoenix Rising. They haven't won in this building since April 2019, and Locomotive FC would sure like to keep that streak going tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Duke Keith here at Southwest University Park. It's a little different because usually these teams match up in the summertime. Take this back to March, take about 50 degrees off of where it normally is, and that's where we find ourselves. It's going to be a cold one, but it was a hot one for Locomotive FC last Saturday night for the season opener. Locomotive still hasn't won a season opening match, but thanks to Andy Cabrera, they got something that looked like a win at the very end. To the season opener we go. Again, rough start, hard tackle in the box. Sets up the penalty, and the man who earned the penalty, Marco Micheletto, takes it from the spot and converts it. Shout out to those Locos fans in the back, doing everything they could to distract him. Nice. Throughout the match, Locomotive did look like the better team on the attack. Armando Moreno was on one, exactly like the player we all knew he was with New Mexico. And guess what? Hard work gets rewarded. Frank DeRoma, an absolute dog in this one, wins it back, sets up Moreno. The game, right as the half ended, tied at 1. Second half, Jonas Fjellberg from distance. Tony Alfaro in a good spot. The ball gets deflected off him, and really nothing Jamali Waite could do. But throughout the game, we saw a fight in this group. Subs came on and made a real difference. Gabi Torres on the wing, fighting through traffic, gets the ball in, bounces around, and Andy Cabrera gets the goal, his first with Locomotive, and it came at an absolutely critical time.
But yeah, huge win, huge tie here at home. A good way to start out the season, but we need to move forward and get wins now.
The match almost did feel like a win after stealing that point, but here's a few more positives from this match. Locomotive had 2 assists last week, created 15 shots. Moreno had 4 and very dangerous in spots. Defensively, Locomotive excellent. Yes, we know the result was 2 goals, but it was a penalty kick and bad luck. Wade had no saves, but that's due to the switchbacks attack creating 0 crosses and only having 2 total shots all game. Great effort from everyone on the field. Now for tonight's opponent, Phoenix Rising FC, coming off a 1-0 loss to FC Tulsa at home. First game for head coach Pamo Duka, easy for me to say. He's 11 new players on the roster. First half, pressure from FC Tulsa, forces the turnover, shot on goal, good save, but the ball bounces around and Phoenix gives up the goal. We've seen it here. It takes some time getting used to a bunch of new guys, but Rising FC only generated 7 shots the entire match. It's going to be something they look to address immediately tonight. They do return Remy Cabral, last year's leading goal scorer. They'll look to put him for him to put pressure on Locomotive center backs, but this might not be the best place for Phoenix to turn it around. They only have 1 win here. That was their first ever trip in 2019, a 2-0 win for them in 2019. Since then, they've only been able to secure draws at Southwest University Park twice. But the matchup historically does tilt in Rising's favor, with El Paso winning only 2 of the 9 matches, losing 4-2 in penalties in the 2020 playoffs as well. So as we look to this game, Locomotive better on paper, but the game is played between the lines. So what happens tonight? Does Rising fall and Locomotive keep building the momentum? Or does the train slow down and Rising elevates their season? It's 2025 USL Championship Soccer coming up next.
Southwest Auto Glass has been the Borderlands leader in glass repair since 1992. Reliable and proven service with a team of experts who give you the best value in the auto glass industry. When it's time to get your vehicle back on the road, trust Southwest Auto Glass. And if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Southwest Auto Glass, your glass installation experts. Call us today or find us online at southwestautoglass.com.
In the blink of an eye, an accident can lead to a traumatic brain injury. These injuries may not be visible, but their impact can last a lifetime. Every year, countless victims suffer from TBIs, facing challenges like memory loss, mood changes, and difficulty in daily activities. If you or a loved one has experienced a TBI due to someone else's negligence, you deserve justice. Call Carter Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Southwest University Park as we get ready for Locomotive FC versus Rising FC starting lineups. And there you will see Gabi Torres, Memo Diaz getting the nod on the wings today for Locomotive FC. Of course, Jamali Waite, always the anchor in the back for El Paso. That would be Patrick Rakoski for Phoenix Rising as we take a look at their starting lineup. 4 players coming from North Texas SC of MLS Next Pro for new Rising coach Pamo Duka. 3 of them in the starting lineup today as we get ready to go. 3-5-2. Phoenix very patient, looking to keep the ball. Locomotive will get first touch. Moving toward the north end on a blustery Saturday night, and we are underway from El Paso, Texas. Locomotive in that sharp Locos graffiti kit. Early bounce. Trying to get that down as Avila. Moreno settles off to the right side. Not able to get that one to the waiting feet of Gabi Torres. And here comes Rising on the counter. And that's going to be a foul from behind. Frank DeRoma with the takedown of Damian Rivera from the New England Revolution. You see Rivera's speed. I think DeRoma made a professional decision. So an early free kick opportunity. Hope Araveyu, one of those North Texas SC players under Pamo Duka, will take this free kick. In swinging to the right side and knocked just wide. That got all the way to the feet of Pop Marboy. It's still in play. And now we'll roll over the byline for a Jamali Waite free kick. So an early challenge and a beautifully delivered ball by Avayevu. Too close, says our referee tonight, Callan Radisov. Assistant referees Matthew Schwartz and Siunyinka Kahinde. Our 4th official is Mohamed Kalea. And here is Avila. The back pass to Tony Alfaro, who switched to the number 5 jersey this season. That's stolen away. Excellent pressure. And again, it's that man, Damian Rivera. And again, he is fouled. And again, Rising FC is going to have another left side kick. Palermo Ortiz with the foul. So a couple of early challenges by Rivera and a bright start. Phoenix delivering excellent service in from their left wing, off the foot of Avayevu. The Locomotive got out of the first minute without giving up a goal. Going straight in, that's going to be hooked out. Solid effort, Avayevu. That goes right to the corner, it'll be a goal kick. As we take a look at our Casa Auto Group keys to the match tonight. Manage early Phoenix attack. Well, Locomotive so far so good. Memo Diaz, a part of that. Not a lot of opportunities for Phoenix Rising against FC Tulsa, but there are plenty of danger players. Assume that generating shots early in the game is going to be something that Phoenix looks to address, and certainly they have, especially as Locomotive looks to get settled in. Locomotive giving up the pen in the first minute, converted in the second minute by Marco Micheletto on the penalty. Phoenix pressure those mids and defenders. We saw Frank DeRoma was able to win the ball back for his teammates just by having a high motor. Locos don't have to press hard or for that to be a focus, but if they can get up on the ball, they might be able to force the issue with Phoenix Rising. And a balanced attack. El Paso ran their attack primarily through the left side until we saw some second half subs. Tonight's roster, a little similar. But of course, Memo Diaz on that right side, always a threat. The Southern New Mexico native, they'll need to swing the ball around or change it up to take advantage of the space on the right. Looking for subs to play a big role with the right side attacking opportunities as this match progresses. Rising as they do, possessing the ball, passing it around. Into the middle, Robert Coronado able to deliver to Moreno. Good switch. Diaz, cross in, that's dangerous and hooked just wide up and out. It'll be a corner kick for Locomotive, but dangerously off the foot of Mohamed Traore, the former LAFC man. Just gets a boot to that. Forced Rakoski, the German, down for the save that he didn't end up having to make. But first corner of the night will go to Locomotive FC. And it will be the us to deliver. In swinging ball to the far post. That's knocked down and knocked out, but too far and into the back of the net. How about that? Beto Avila with his first goal, and Locomotive takes a 1-0 lead as we enter the 7th minute. Avila all alone, unmarked in the area, and Locomotive strikes first blood. I saw that, Clover. Little luck for Avila, who just waited for the pressure to clear, and Avila knocks that one through. The former Austin Bold man coming to Locomotive from Houston Dynamo, where he earned his way from their MLS Next Pro side to the first team. Before moving on to Sporting Kansas City 2 in 2024, 9 goals for SKC, and Locomotive. Here comes Tumimo Shaban. Locomotive some pressure on that midfield. Abayevo able to maintain control. Rising, looking to possess and move. Harvey Neville. Traore. Off to that right, probing ball. Pop Marboy. That is actually out, and it will be a Phoenix throw. Alfaro did what he could. Ball over the touchline. Formella, Darius Formella. Came over from Oakland Roots in a trade and has been a part of Rising FC. for the past couple of seasons, and obviously a former teammate of Memo Diaz. Alfaro has that one well-sided and escorts it out ahead of Abayevo. And we will, at 7:15, have a stoppage of the match to observe the beginning of Ramadan. So a short stoppage of play. As the sun sets here in the Sun City, such as it is. Cold and blustery here in El Paso, but in observance of Ramadan, we will have a short break before resuming play, and obviously the clock continues to move, so that will be added to the end of the first half. Call it an impromptu, well, not impromptu, but a hydration break, certainly. You see Gerson Echevarri, longtime assistant to Wilmer Cabrera, talking things over with Jamali Wade. Was with Las Vegas Lights, and they'd been doing particularly well, but actually left Lights to come to El Paso. As we take a look at Beto Avila's first for Locomotive FC. 9 last season for Sporting Kansas City 2. Excellent delivery by Memo Diaz. Another of the reasons he's in the starting lineup tonight, but it bounced kindly for Avila. And he sends that one inside the left post, side netting. And Locomotive forcing the issue on a set piece. Lovely, lovely football. We'll have the restart here. Locomotive will have the touch from the edge of the 6. And for all who observe Ramadan, peace be unto you. That's a great sidestep. Boy, Rivera's been a handful. Back to him. Edge of the 18, trying to cross, and he'll earn Phoenix a corner. Good recovery by Ortiz, but has to push the ball over the byline. So clearly, they want to go to Rivera. And he has been ready. Looks like they might take the corner short. Avayevo. Delivery, and that's knotted out. Alfaro. That's going to be a foul. Popmar Boy over the top of the former MLS man. And Tony Alfaro. A bit unfortunate to come out. He doesn't get out jumped often. But the taller, Popmar Boy, over the top, and they've already whistled for the trainer, so Alfaro will have to go off the pitch. Because our camera angles are better than yours. That is definitely up close and personal. Popmar Boy. Inadvertent. Marboy, none the worse for wear, and Alfaro will head back to midfield. Has not been great to start 2025 for Tony Alfaro, of course. In the first minute of last week's game, gave up the penalty kick. Then, the second goal for Colorado Springs Switchbacks, a deflection off of his thigh as he set up. Great positioning, but just an unlucky bounce. Rough go for El Paso's number 5. Of course, won an MLS championship with Seattle Sounders back in the day. Has made the rounds. Marboy as well get a piece, but it will be a throw-in for Locomotive. I think that the addition of Palermo Ortiz has lit a fire under a number of players. You have a guy who's been a long-time professional like that, and one of the players I think that it's really helped is Tony Alfaro, who's really taken on a much more vocal leadership role with his team. He and Eric Calvillo, I think, have really stepped up. Calvillo, of course, injured, not available for selection in the 18-man roster again this week. We wish him the speediest of recoveries. Rising FC in the 14th minute, patient with the ball, looking to find a way forward. It comes to Formella. Locomotive, solid defensive pressure. Traore. Neville, back again to the right. Searching ball from Marboy. Finds the feet of Rivera, but nowhere to move this time. Locomotive had him well defended. Paso trying to pressure for the ball, but Phoenix among the league leaders after this first week. Rivera this time outdistanced Akwe with position. They try to force the issue. Rami Cabral forces Waite to push it out for a throw. Rising FC.
Play.
85.6% passing accuracy for Rising FC after week number 1. Locomotive, which historically has been up in that territory, about 76.7%. That's your Beasley, Mitchell and company crunching the numbers. That's a good lead ball. Down on the byline, trying to make something happen. No such luck for Tumi Moshaban. And again, Alfaro will just allow that one to roll to Jamali Waite, who will be on international duty beginning this next week. That'll happen about 6 different times this season, the first of perhaps 6 international trips to represent his native Jamaica for the Locomotive netminder. He will miss the Open Cup versus Harpos FC and then Locomotive's first road match in the USL Championship. That searching ball over the top, nowhere near Remy Cabral. As Locomotive travels to Albuquerque to face off with New Mexico United. A lot of first half rivalry action, including this one obviously, with Rising FC. 5-2-2 record is their UC. Pamoduka, long career, more than a decade in professional soccer as a player. We'll get to that in a bit. Right now, though, here's Avayevu for Mella. That's off of the chest of Alfaro. Knocked around to the far side. That's headed down. The flag goes up. That is offside. They got it to Cabral, who was there at the edge of the 6. Waite makes the stop. Wouldn't have mattered. Cabral a step ahead. But Phoenix looks to pressure as Locomotive gets ready for the restart. Of course, playing from behind again after a first half goal given up to FC Tulsa. Phoenix did really settle in, had the just gigantic spells of possession. But as we pointed out, very few shots. No player had more than a single shot against FC Tulsa in that away win for FC Tulsa. And here's Locomotive turning the ball over. Memo Diaz, Avila plays one to the feet of Moshaban, but that's scuffed and sent out. And possibly Colin Smith was there to get a piece. It will be Locomotive possession. Another corner kick for Locomotive, their second of the match. Pretty good start off that first set. Actually, it's a throw-in. close to the end line. That's sent over. Deflected ball will go all the way to the corner. Actually deflected out off of Phoenix. This will be a corner kick. Memo Diaz. As you see the flag whipping around. That west wind is cold. Lots of dust in the air still. A little more natural for Memo Diaz on that right side, and he will give off. They want the in-swinging ball. Well, they'll go short. Diaz. It will be outswinging all the way over, and trying to get a piece of that, and getting another corner as a result is Avila. Strike it. It went off the touch line. That's the wind. Straight off of Avila, but knocked out by Phoenix. And if you have to imagine anything from the right side, Locomotive might be trying for those short corners. Avila, that's knocked over the end line, and too early on the restart. I think Locomotive was still in the 18. So Rakoski will take it again. Rakoski, a two-time winner of the USL Cup with Orange County, and of course with Phoenix Rising 2 seasons ago. 2023, a banner year for Rising FC, as they celebrated the opening of their new stadium. Phoenix Rising Stadium. They're in Phoenix. 10,000-seater. That's launched from the back. Finds the feet of Cabral. Flag stays down for now. Cabral. That's a good step, but Cabral fouls. Memo Diaz. Diaz returning to the club where he started his USL Championship career. It's a successful challenge on Cabral, who then got a piece of Memo's ankle. It's well seen. Rakoski will give it a ride. Locomotive will have another throw. Locomotive with some decent pressure here in this early going. Of course, the set piece goal. Off the foot of Avila in minute number 6. Avila tries to make a move there. Out it goes. But the wind definitely whipping around here at Southwest University Park, swirling here in downtown El Paso. I think Locomotive fans got the benefit of perhaps the timeliest tchotchke Locomotive FC has ever had. Locomotive beanies, very present all around Southwest University Park on a very chilly evening in El Paso. The winds have been bad all week and continue to be. Things should settle down, but as you see, both head coaches in their winter gear. Wilmer Cabrera with that thick coat. Pamodoka. It's open, but that's a pretty big jacket. Modoka, a native of Norway, born in the Gambia. That's a good touch and go. The nice shot over the crossbar. Well, they got it to the feet of Rivera again, and he challenged immediately. But over the bar he goes. Had a step in just inside the area. The give and go with Cabral results in an opportunity, and it was deflected by El Paso. Cabral. Yep, deflected over the bar. In front of that, Alfaro again. Better bounce for Alfaro this time than the last shot he got in front of. So again, Hope Aveyevu delivered a couple of pretty solid free kick balls working on the corner. A lot of challenging. To the far post they go. That's knocked in. Trying to knock it down is Phoenix's Noble Okello. Didn't work out. Phoenix over the top again. That's a great step, but Locomotive there to recover, and Memo Diaz will knock it out for a Phoenix throw. Excellent reset, though, to Avayevo out on that left side, and certainly Rising FC looking to continue their success on that left wing. Locomotive tries to release the pressure. Nice ball out to Moreno, and a great stop, Traore. Fans want a foul. That's just good defense. The switch. It's knotted down. Memo Diaz knows where to go with that. Not enough behind that pass. With the wind as it was. That goes out of play. Give and go, Avayevo. You're on the right side this time. That's knocked into the middle. And Akwe, athletic. It's knocked down. Good work by Palermo Ortiz. And Locomotive has the free kick. Palermo Ortiz. And that is a veteran doing what veterans do. Traore. Just an excellent step. Yeah, there might be a little contact in that, but so far ahead, and Moreno taken down. And Traore delivers an excellent pass off of that. Palermo Ortiz releasing pressure nicely over the top. Welcome to the 2025 USL kickoff presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all of the action on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and CBS Sports platforms. Happy to be back with our friends at KVIA through KVIA.com and the CW this season here locally in El Paso. Coronado, Alfaro. Switch it out to the left side. Locomotive trying to get something working through Gabi Torres. Torres and Memo Diaz certainly worked a treat after coming in as substitutes against Colorado Springs, and that helped Andy Cabrera scoring his first goal as a Locomotive player. The more I think about that play, the more I watch it, the more I'm pretty sure Daniel Carter probably should have an assist on that goal. Daniel Carter also brought in as a second half substitute in the mix to get a piece of that deflection and allow Cabrera to slot it home in the 92nd minute to get Locomotive a tie that felt like a win. You get one in stoppage time like that, that's certainly what it feels like. A great escape. We met Cabrera saying it's about time Andy was able to get one in. Of course, Andy Cabrera, as that will come, a little too close to the back line. This time for Arias Formella, or rather Damian Rivera. Wilmer Cabrera, very happy to see his son on the score sheet coming in last season. Banged up a little bit, got banged up again in the preseason. Just saying that Andy tried to force the issue a little too much and help Locomotive, as he certainly helped RGV Toros FC, his first professional club, playing for his father back in the late 20-teens and early 2020s. I asked the question of Wilmer. Of course, Andy playing with the ponytail last season. I'm wondering if his clean-cut look had anything to do with his success. Wilmer says he hasn't been able to talk to Andy about his hair since he was 16. So the ponytail's gone, and the goal is in. And here comes Locomotive again. Great stop and start. Mo Shaban, left-footed effort, just wide. Took it himself. Phoenix did have things pretty well covered, so Mo Shaban decides to let fly. It's a goal kick for Patrick Rikoski. Rikoski's wife hails from the Phoenix area. That's a solid challenge, all ball. Robert Coronado in on Formella, who's still down. Moreno plays it back, and they will stop play. Locomotive should have a drop ball out of this, but Formella is down. And a signal to the touchline for the athletic trainers, Greg Spence, Rafa Lopez for Phoenix Rising. Of course, we've already seen Sarai Costa, Locomotive's trainer. Formella just now rolling. Polish international as a teenager, representing his U17, 19, and 21 squads for Poland. That's Coronado in, and certainly Formella took a spill, but our referee is letting him play a bit. Kalen Radosov saying the challenge was good. Coming again to Phoenix Rising FC from Oakland, where he was traded. He'll have to come off. Before being signaled back on by Radosov. Waved on immediately. Radosov just waiting for the restart. Good switch. Diaz. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Memo Diaz, though. Trying to get that one to Moreno. Met firmly, though, by Pop Marboy, and Marboy has a few inches on Armando Moreno. Locomotive, as successful as they were crossing the ball, really no tall targets. This time, though, another turnover forced. Moreno rolling it into space. Mo Shaban earns Locomotive another corner. Good recovery. Traore. There to meet the challenge. Third corner kick coming for Locomotive FC, who scored off the corner in the 6th minute. Memo Diaz. Off to do the honors again, wearing the number 24 jersey this year. As a shout out and an honor to the man who wore 24 before him. Looks like they have a set piece. They'll go near post. Knocked back. Good pinging ball headed out by Marboy. And Phoenix will clear the danger. That's a handball. It's not called. They're going to say it's a throw-in. I think that's Gabi Torres has a point. Torres resetting that one. That's pretty clearly, to most of us in attendance, off the hand of Avayevu. But it will be Phoenix ball. Yep. Inadvertent though it was. And it was hidden a bit from the referee. That's a great bit of movement. Just to clear some space, Robert Coronado with some fancy stepping. Diaz. Memo Diaz, certainly a signal for a set piece. That's a great lead ball. Trying to get a piece of it It'll be brought down and rolled home. Armando Moreno with his second goal in as many matches. Rakoski pleading his case with the referee. But they're letting him play. Armando Moreno makes it 2-0 Locomotive. Rolled up the pitch, and Moreno in a challenge with Rakoski. Oh, great lead ball, Diaz. Rakoski with a challenge, Moreno up to play the ball, nobody in black and white nearby. Just slides that, Rakoski saying, I had the ball. He did not have the ball. Armando Moreno makes it 2-0 Locomotive in the 34th minute. Well, he had it decently firmly in the grasp, but again, anything 50-50. This referee is letting him play. That's a challenge, and that will be a foul. David Torres whistled for this one. So Locomotive has now scored as many goals in a match as they did all last season. Is there a third in the tank, which would be a first under Wilmer Cabrera as head coach? That's well won. Great job by Torres. Locomotive running a bit rampant. Coronado puts that into space, but not long enough. Well done by Neville, but it will be a Locomotive throw. Palermo Ortiz represented his nation, Mexico, as a member of El Tri. Coming to Locomotive from El Paso's sister club, FC Juarez Bravos. Diaz. Up it comes, and earning the foul is Beto Avila. So a free kick coming. Avila gets a bit from Harvey Neville. Neville coming to Rising FC from Portland Timbers 2. Neville just a little slew foot. That'll earn you a few minutes in the box if it was hockey, but just a foul and a restart here. Again, rolled up nicely. Ortiz, though, not able to come around on that. Good thought by Mo Shaban, not able to connect. And Phoenix backs against the wall here into the 37th minute. Traore, that'll cross. Aveyevu. Into the middle, a bit dangerous. But there to meet it is Okello. Marboy. Nicely done to find Cabral. But Locomotive will have the ball back. Cabral, not enough room to make something happen. Moreno. And that's Daroma, who is fouled. It's one of the first times we've actually seen Daroma on the ball. Locomotive has been able to keep it out of the midfield and have success along the wing so far. But Daroma doing what he needed to do there and earning Locomotive possession and a free kick. All-league first team in the first week of the USL Championship season for his efforts. Successful challenges all around. On the restart, Alfaro lofting that one. Doing well to keep it in play. Diaz, nicely done. Avila, Moreno, backed out. Traore, actually Marboy. Ortiz, good positioning. Here's Daroma, trying to keep possession there, and Okello's able to clear the danger. Alfaro, good cover. Torres. It'll come to the middle, and that's off the referee. Comes to Formella. Allows play to continue. Formella, certainly Phoenix, none the worse for wear for that, and able to play for or with possession. That's going to be knocked over, and it's going to be a corner kick. Torres doing all he could against the physical presence of Colin Smith. So corner kick for Locomotive. And as Memo Diaz is for Locomotive, Hope Abayevo is for Rising FC. Third corner of the match for Rising. Into the 40th minute here in El Paso, a 2-0 Locomotive lead. Abayevo, out-swinging ball headed out by Diaz. Reset, Abayevo again. Nice move on Roma. Delivers that one, but there to meet it is Tumimo Shaban. It will be a Rising throw. Locomotive has not cleared the danger yet. Smith. Abayevo trying to get it back, but not through Torres. And that allows Moreno to do some running. Shaban gathers steam. Tries to slot that one through. It's wrong-footed. Actually kind of slides off. Our boy did not get all of that he wanted, and that allows Locomotive to regain possession. Coronado. Ortiz. Nice sidestep, Palermo. Showing the class, knocks it into space. Nobody in light blue nearby. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship from the Academy to the big leagues. Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Phoenix looking for answers, and a lot of that early success to Damian Rivera has disappeared. Locomotive has done a better job keeping him in their sights. They'll try to keep things going up that left wing. Not the same amount of success, and Locomotive has made the adjustments they've needed to make. Now to the right side for Formella. Formella, that's intercepted. Roma's there. Torres. Again, nicely done. Moreno releases Shaban. That'll be knocked out, and it is off of Shaban. Well done by the veteran Traore. It's Rising FC, of course. Long history from the mid-2010s as a part of the USL. Part of that original reformatting of the USL. And that is a ball played back. That's dangerous. Jamali Waite does well. Locomotive trying to play out of the back. Back to Waite from Alfaro. Cabral was there to challenge, and Waite shows the footwork to keep that out of danger. Locomotive clears, but Rising FC back with possession. And again, knocked out. Passing has not been crisp for Rising after that 86% effort versus FC Tulsa. Locomotive intercepting another one and pushing it out. 78% is all Rising has been able to muster. Locomotive's passing 76%. The throw in here from Colin Smith as we hit the 44th minute in El Paso. A 2-0 Locomotive lead. Smith. Long cross. Diaz there to run it down. But so is Damian Rivera. Knock it to the back. Rivera. It's a great ball out of the back. Give and go, nicely crossed, but weight is there. And a little too close for Harvey Neville. Good overlap, good thought. Locomotive had that one well. Covered. DeRoma. Locomotive in transition. Moreno. Frank DeRoma. Coronado. DeRoma in from Lights FC. Shaban recovers. Memo Diaz crossing in from the right. That'll be knocked out for a Locomotive throw. We're hearing 3 minutes is going to go up on the board, and of course that also includes the stoppage to observe Ramadan at sunset. Frank DeRoma, interestingly, a part of the Barca Residency Academy. Formella's down again. And that is unfortunate for Rising FC. Locomotive FC, Armando Moreno, with his second goal in as many matches, has Locomotive out in front. Signed a contract to come to El Paso from Locomotive's arch rival New Mexico United a couple of seasons ago. 5 goals last season. He's already got 2. Great scramble, great effort. As he slides in for the challenge, that's a great lead ball again. Diaz delivering nicely. Rakoski pleading with the referee that he had it in his grasp. Did he? Momentum certainly carried Moreno into the ball, and he'll take it. So will Locomotive. A 2-0 lead. And how about Memo Diaz? Former New Mexico Player of the Year with the Gadsden Panthers back in the day. Back in El Paso, able to deliver a beautiful pass up to Moreno. And it was, of course, Diaz's service that restarted things, or from the corner kick, that eventually wound up with Beto Avila's goal in the 6th minute. Formella off early. Paul Moduka may be forced to make a change. We'll see if they can get to halftime. We may have a little more than our 3 minutes of stoppage time. Drop ball for the restart. Pamoduka looking for answers for Rising FC. Former assistant with Charlotte FC and MLS. That's nicely done. Cabral hooks it down, but nobody in black to take the loose change. Another long ball out of the back. Popmar Boy there to cover. Over the top again. The flag stays down for now. Brought down. Trying to get something. It's deflected out for another corner kick. How about that cover on Damian Rivera? Alfaro there. Again. Along with Ortiz and the Locomotive back line. Palermo Ortiz. Wearing the captain's armband. So Ortiz deflects that out for the corner. And here is Abayevo. Another corner, the 4th, and it's in! Just that easy. Right to Noble Okello. And the big forward is there to knock it home to get Rising onto the board. Boy, they've been showing dangerously on set pieces tonight. And that time Okello gets by his marker and inside the 6 blasts it home with the head to get Rising on the board. Stoppage time goal. Beautifully done again. No doubt. And Okello over the top of Palermo. Palermo was able to put the ball over the byline, but not a lot you can do when your opposition outmeasures you by about 4 or 5 inches. That's another lead ball, and Alfaro with the cover this time. Quick restart for Coronado. Should be noted, Formella seeing it through to the end of the half at the very least. Formella receives that one. 3 blue shirts around him. The give and go of Vallejo. That's well done. Ortiz again slides it out for a Phoenix throw. Rising though, looking to put pressure on. Ortiz wins one in the air, knocks it forward. He's had some work to do on Okello. Doesn't get over the midfield stripe, and here's Rising FC again. Wade firmly has that one. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. And that is going to be the official end of the first half. Locomotive out to a 2-0 lead, but Rising FC rising to the occasion here in El Paso to make it 2-1 in first half stoppage time. Okello, 45 plus 3. Nonetheless, Locomotive takes the lead into the locker room at the half. It is 2-1 Locomotive.
Brain injury. These injuries may not be visible, but their impact can last a lifetime. Every year, countless victims suffer from TBIs, facing challenges like memory loss, mood changes, and difficulty in daily activities. If you or a loved one has experienced a TBI due to someone else's negligence, you deserve justice. Call Carter Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
Southwest Auto Glass has been the Borderlands leader in glass repair since 1992. Reliable and proven service with a team of experts who give you the best value in the auto glass industry. When it's time to get your vehicle back on the road, trust Southwest Auto Glass. And if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Southwest Auto Glass, your glass installation experts. Call us today or find us online at southwestautoglass.com.
Heart of the Desert Pistachios. Tradition you can taste. Visit our stores in Mesilla, Las Cruces, and just north of Alamogordo, paired with our award-winning wine. Shop now at heartofthedesert.com.
Pistachios, the international language of love. From the heart of the New Mexican desert to wherever your love takes you. Heartofthedesert.com. Perfect for those you love.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. 2-1 Locomotive FC over Rising at the half, as we have a couple of first half goals from Beto Avila and Amando Moreno before Okello was able to get Rising FC on the board. As we take a look at the Western Conference standings, Locomotive FC with the draw in week number 1 to give them a point, along with Switchbacks FC, the only 2 teams in the league to draw a match. In the Western Conference anyway, Orange County SC, Lexington, Sacramento, FC Tulsa, Las Vegas Lights, and San Antonio all victorious in week number 1. New Mexico United, Phoenix Rising, Monterey Bay, and Oakland all looking for their first of the season, first points of the season. As we take a look at the upcoming schedule, tomorrow, Legion FC versus Louisville, Lexington and Indy 11 at 5 p.m. Locomotive taking on New Mexico United. This is next Saturday at 3 p.m. A Triton afternoon start from Isotopes Park in Albuquerque. And San Antonio FC travels to play Oakland Roots. That's on that Saturday night at 8 p.m. Lexington versus Indianapolis, Indy 11. News and notes from around the league. Oakland Roots. How about this? In the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum now. 15,000 tickets sold for their first match in the Coliseum. That's very impressive. Lexington SC wins its inaugural match. First team to win its debut since 2018. And the Open Cup kicking off this next Wednesday. Locomotive will take on Harpos FC. 8 USL Championship teams playing in the first round, including Locomotive, which is, of course, looking for its very first win in the Open Cup in its 7 seasons of play. News and notes from around the league. It's 2-1 here from downtown El Paso. Locomotive FC on top of Rising FC.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
Bounces and a score! Cabrera!
If week 1 taught us anything in USL Championship play, it's that this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint.
Dogman! Denied!
We saw such a wide variety of ways to go about their business on the field of play, and yet quality of talent not lacking whatsoever. Can't wait to see week 2 and beyond of what these teams bring to the field of play.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. It's 2-1 Locomotive FC. 2 first-half goals for Locomotive, which has been on the front foot for much of the match. Here's the first one, a Memo Diaz free kick. Moshaban, the clearance attempt falls right to Bethel Avila, who finishes off in the side netting. That's in the 6th minute of play. Locomotive with a big start here in front of the home fans. A couple of great looks at that one. And then another great ball. Oh, nicely done. Moreno and Avila. That was a sign of things to come as Moreno gets his goal. Little scramble with Rakoski, who pleaded with the referee that he had the ball in his mitts. Did he? You be the judge. It didn't matter because the call was goal for Armando Moreno, his second in as many weeks for the former New Mexico United star. 5 goals all of last season. He's already got 2 here for El Paso, and Locomotive with a 2-1 lead. More coming up here from downtown El Paso.
In the blink of an eye, an accident can lead to a traumatic brain injury. These injuries may not be visible, but their impact can last a lifetime. Every year, countless victims suffer from TBIs, facing challenges like memory loss, mood changes, and difficulty in daily activities. If you or a loved one has experienced a TBI due to someone else's negligence, you deserve justice. Call Carter Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
Heart of the Desert Pistachios. Tradition you can taste. Visit our stores in Mesilla, Las Cruces, and just north of Alamogordo, paired with our award-winning wine. Shop now at heartofthedesert.com.
Pistachios, the international language of love. From the heart of the New Mexican desert to wherever your love takes you. Heartofthedesert.com. Perfect for those you love.
The employees and leaders of the Lone Star Title family are proud to be El Paso's leading title company. Lone Star Title was founded in 1999, and we trace our roots and our land records back to the late 1800s. We're not in the banking business, and we are not in the home building business. We're in the title business, and we keep our main thing the main thing. We are headquartered here in El Paso, and with over 60 employees, we have been faithfully supported by our entire El Paso real estate community for nearly a quarter century.
Why buy from Casa? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
So you got lifetime powertrain protection. So we come to maintenance, we got you covered.
We've got one-stop delivery that's free within 100 miles.
And if you don't like it, you can take advantage of our 7-day cashback promise. We'll do everything we can to get the right vehicle for you.
So don't go to the other guys.
Come see the nice guys here at Casa Auto Group. Yeah!
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. 2-1 Locomotive FC over Rising FC. As we take a look at our first half statistics. Of course, the one that counts is always the one at the very top. Goals, 2-1 in favor of the hosts. 6-4 outshooting Rising FC. Couple on target, and that is our score. 45% possession for Locomotive, 55 for Rising FC, as you would expect. 5 corners for Rising, 3 for Locomotive, and 1 offside flag for Rising. I think pertinent about this is you take a look at the distribution. 14 crosses for Rising FC to Locomotive's 8. That is a bit of a reversal for Locomotive after the first week and a success against Switchbacks FC. More coming up as we continue halftime right after this.
Heart of the Desert Pistachios. Tradition you can taste. Visit our stores in Mesilla, Las Cruces, and just north of Alamogordo, paired with our award-winning wine. Shop now at heartofthedesert.com.
Pistachios, the international language of love. From the heart of the New Mexican desert to wherever your love takes you. Heartofthedesert.com. Perfect for those you love.
3, 2, 1.
Elijah Gallo up and over in a big way. You're stronger, Dylan Harris for the second time.
In the blink of an eye, an accident can lead to a traumatic brain injury. These injuries may not be visible, but their impact can last a lifetime. Every year, countless victims suffer from TBIs, facing challenges like memory loss, mood changes, and difficulty in daily activities. If you or a loved one has experienced a TBI due to someone else's negligence, you deserve justice. Call Carter Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
Chihuahuas baseball is back. The El Paso Chihuahuas return to Southwest University Park with opening day set for Friday, March 28th. Be one of 3,000 fans to score commemorative rally towel upon entry and grab a magnet schedule on your way out. Saturday night, skies light up with our fireworks spectacular, the first of the season. Sunday is Kids Day with a Kids Jersey giveaway. Individual tickets are on sale now. Secure your seats at epchihuahuas.com. El Paso Chihuahuas. Fetch the fun.
As we take a look at our first half highlights, 2-1 Locomotive FC over Rising FC. Locomotive already putting 2 on the board. As we take a look at our first half highlights, great service all night long from Hope Avayevo. Memo Diaz up to the task there. That is Diaz's corner kick. Weakly cleared straight to Beto Avila, and he puts it into the side netting. Rikoski could do nothing but look at it go into the back of the net for Avila's first goal of the season. Excellent work. Remy Cabral on the service, straight at Jamali Wade. But a beautiful pass again. And that man, Armando Moreno, on top of the beautiful pass from Memo Diaz. Locomotive with the 2-0 lead with Moreno's 34th minute goal. But in first half stoppage time, again, another beautiful set piece of Avayevo straight to the noggin of Okello over the top of Ortiz to get Phoenix on the board. So Locomotive knows it's not out of the woods. Coming toward 8th notch in section 105 here in this second half of play. We're about ready to get things started for half number 2. Can Locomotive, for the first time in more than a season, find a third? No more than 2 goals in any game all season long in 2024. It would be the first since 2023, which is, of course, the season Rising FC won the USL Championship. No changes as we begin our second half of play. And actually there is a change. Isan Sacco taking the place of Darius Formella to begin our second half. So Sacco on for Formella, who did all he could, I think, to bear through the remainder of that first half. Phoenix on the front foot to start things. Marboy gets a piece. That'll come to Akwe into the middle. Awkwardly bounced Moshaban, trying to send that off, but to no avail. Good effort by Smith. That's bounced around Locomotive. Robert Coronado. That's key, and Daroma draws another foul. He hasn't touched the ball much, but he's drawn the crowd. The former Lights man. Contact from Avayevo, who did what he needed to do. That's a professional foul. Up to Moshaban. Good movement. Avila, great sidestep. Avila into challenge to Moreno, and it's knocked in from the left wing side. Beautifully done. Great one-touch football, and Gabi Torres is there to finish. Locomotive had to wait all of 90 seconds for its third of the night. Gabi Torres with his first for Locomotive, and El Paso Locomotive FC for the first time in 2 seasons has scored more than 2 in a match. Beautifully done on the restart. And how about that step by Beto Avila? Moreno knew the pressure was coming from behind. He elects to let that one play over. I think he probably wanted to touch, but Gabi Torres. Locomotive, 2 options for Avila to his left, and Torres, unmarked to finish, gets in behind the Phoenix defense for his first Locomotive goal. Gabi Torres, the Brazilian native. And the former Rising FC man scoring against his old team. Here comes El Paso again. That's well met. Marboy gives it a little ride out for a Locomotive throw. And it will be Torres. Wilmer Carrera has seen plenty. He's not emotional at all on the touchline. And a foul drawn. Avila draws the contact and a restart for Locomotive. September 30th, 2023. Locomotive, the last time they scored 3 in a match, and it was versus Charleston Battery. Almost 2 full seasons on the restart here. Torres will whip one in, a little too close to Rikoski. And the big German has that one. Quickly on the restart. Coronado. Nice pullback. Robert Coronado. Great stay at home. Work in that defensive midfield for Locomotive FC. Certainly a calming presence for Locomotive in that 2-2 comeback draw versus Switchbacks FC. Switchbacks FC losing to Detroit earlier this afternoon. Detroit is off to a hot start, 6 points from 6 available for them. That's knocked forward. Long ball out of the back. Solid defense by Torres, one-on-one with Sacco. Comes to Marboy. That stays in, but here's Torres to bring it back. And Moreno, Avila. Avila to the side. Memo Diaz goes down. Play on, says the referee, Saint. It's a stoppage for Diaz. Our referee does stop play. Just a little contact with Saint as Saint went in. I don't think anything deliberate at all. It's just one of those things that happens in the run of play. Rikoski on to ask how is this going to be sorted out. They stopped play with Phoenix in possession of the ball. So we take another look. Avila. That's a great step over Moreno. With pressure, I think he did one apiece, but it comes to Gabi Torres. It didn't matter for Locomotive. It's Locomotive roaring forward, and Torres, look at this. All the pressure on the right, and Torres all alone to knock it in at the far post. Diaz back up and running. Phoenix will have the ball, and out of the back they'll play it long. Knocked out by Palermo Ortiz. Daroma, only so far as Traore. Daroma, nicely done, Moshaban. Avila, Moreno, that's knocked away. Moreno trying for a touch. And before he could get a hold of it, Abayevu gives it a ride into the netting in front of section 105. But Locomotive earns another corner kick. El Paso's 4th of the match coming up. And it will be Memo Diaz to deliver. Memo Diaz really never found his stride under Mark Lowry here in El Paso. Yep, there's that set piece. Whatever, they'll play it long to the middle of the box. Overhead kick, and it's in! My goodness gracious, Armando Moreno on his bike to make it 4-1 Locomotive. Moreno with his second of the night. Armando Moreno uncorks in absolute beauty. Set pieces against the run of play. It doesn't matter. Memo Diaz delivers another beauty. Avila gets a piece, but how about Armando Moreno? Tucks it in low, and Rakoski diving cannot make the stop. 4-1 Locomotive. Third goal of the season. It should be pointed out, Locomotive, fewest goals scored in the league in 2024. Armando Moreno led the team with 5. He already has 3 in Locomotive, running rampant here at Southwest University Park. So, when was the last time Locomotive scored 4 goals in a match? You have to go back 3 seasons to 2022, August 12th. That was 4-4 against Switchbacks FC. That was a comeback tie, a draw. And actually, Locomotive had a late lead as that one's delivered in. Again, they find the head of Okello, but this one goes well wide. Locomotive, I remember this match. I was at the watch party. Switchbacks FC at one point led 3-0. Locomotive comes back to take a 4-3 lead. And then Switchback scores, I think, in stoppage time to tie the match. That was the Hutch era of Locomotive FC. Take a look at this. Overhead beauty from Armando Moreno. Avila knocks it into the middle. Coronado. Moreno. Torres. Under challenge and puts that ball in where Phoenix can pick it up. Good vision there by Sacco. Alfaro. Daroma. Just with the way things have gone in this match, Daroma a lot more defense than offense. It was very much the link up in Locomotive's 2-2 comeback, jumped into the attack quite a bit. He's had to stay at home a little more this match, but still as effective with his touches, and it'll come to Jamali Wade as Locomotive keeps possession here. Long throw to get things started to Diaz. Missed on that pass to Moshaban. Neville. And here's Traore. Too far. A Locomotive throw, and of course, Southwest University Park, a little more narrow, I'm sure, than Phoenix Rising Stadium. It's more narrow than a lot of soccer pitches, and sometimes that does trouble teams trying to get something started out wide. Roll out off of Moshaban for a Phoenix Rising throw. Foul earned. Robert Coronado, the offending party. Neville. They've been waiting to get it to the foot of Rivera, but he has nowhere to go. Up to the middle. That's nicely done, and at the edge of the box, that is a whistle and a shout for a penalty. Just inside the area, Akwe with a challenge, but they moved the ball nicely and got exactly what they were looking for. And as you would expect, Rivera, the man who drew the fouls in the first half, is the man who draws the penalty here. And a yellow card issued by Kalin Radisov, pardon me. Here in the 59th minute in Rising FC. Oh no, that's right outside the area. Call for the direct kick. That is not a penalty. That's very close. Memo Diaz was the takedown, actually. So he's going to get the yellow card. But yes, that is just on the outside of the 18-yard box. So a free kick in a very dangerous spot for Phoenix. Certainly Rising FC looking for anything positive they can get, but no penalty. Memo Diaz drawing the yellow card here in the 58th minute. You see Saint along with Harvey Neville looking to take this free kick. Just at the edge of the 18. Call it the 18 and a half. Carl Saint, former FC Dallas man, along with Neville. Who's going to take it? Neville will, and it's Waite. Snatched out of the air, and it was a little too close to him. Had to react late with the wall, but Jamali Waite has pretty solid reflexes. On the long restart. How about DeRoma hustling to try and make a play on that? It'll be Saint with the throw in. DeRoma showing that speed. Had the pleasure of seeing Frank DeRoma after practice on Tuesday, where he was talking about our comments about his calves last week. Saying, yeah, they said I had great calves. One of the other players asked him who. So the commentator. I raised my hand and said, that was me. He's only about 5'4", but that is a soccer player and a half. Ask Phoenix about players under 5'5" who have a big impact on their team. Goes out, it'll be a rising throw. Solomon Asante, of course, great success as a part of Rising FC, although I think he was in Indy when they won their 2023 championship. That is not a great pass. Coronado out of the back trying to make them pay. It comes to Moshaban, and a good recovery after the bad pass by Traore. Rising FC trying to get off to the races. Sacco chased down, get it out to the left side of Ayevu. Ayevu, nice pullback. Give and go with Cabral. Nowhere to go, and here's Coronado again. Delivers it nicely to Alfaro. Played back, and that is a great dummy. All the way back to Jamali Waite. They're saying it was played back to the netminder, the keeper, but the referee plays on, allows play to continue. We're hearing Rising about to make a substitution. Emil Cuello will come on to replace Harvey Neville. So a little more punch, I think, coming forward for Pamuduka. Locomotive with the ball. Paso has a throw. The challenge. Avila's just been a handful. So is Memo Diaz, and he draws the contact and the foul, and it'll be a free kick for Locomotive outside the Phoenix 18. Carl Saint a little too close And Locomotive, what will they do with this set piece opportunity? Memo Diaz showing those fleet feet, and yes, Saint doing what he could to deny him entry. But that forces the whistle. Diaz and Gabi Torres on the right edge of that 18. Torres to take it directly, rolls it, and it's hit in for the goal! Palermo Ortiz! It's offside. They play it quickly. The flag was up. Ortiz was ready to celebrate. But the flag was indeed up. Locomotive did not get its fifth. Boy, there might be some issues should we have VAR. I don't think Ortiz stepped into that one from an offside position, but Locomotive content to stay in the lead 4-1, and that is a hard foul. Neville, who I think has run his race, getting physical. Locomotive fans, obviously, and Locomotive players want a card, which they will not get. Diaz takes the abuse.
Hey, how is it offside?
We're also hearing JP Skeers in for Carl Saint. For Rising FC, 66th minute, Locomotive with things well in hand. The referee signaled free kick to Phoenix. But Gabi Torres is the one who has a seat. For Locomotive FC, Andy Cabrera is about ready to take the place of Tumi Moshaban. So again for Phoenix Rising, a pair of subs, Emil Cuello and JP Skeers coming onto the pitch for Locomotive. Looks like a triple substitution coming. Also coming on, Ricky Ruiz for Gabi Torres, and Alvaro Quesada will make his first appearance, coming on for Memo Diaz. So certainly an opportunity to rest here in the 67th minute. Locomotive with a 3-goal lead. The triple substitution, Torres, Diaz, have certainly run their race as well, along with Moshaban, who was unfortunate. A couple of bounces might have gone his way, but certainly put in the effort, and Locomotive on top by 3 goals as last weekend's hero, Andy Cabrera, coming on in relief. Alfaro gets the restart. From that right side, it'll be knocked out for a Locomotive corner, having to cover Damian Rivera. So Locomotive with its 5th corner coming up. And it'll be Ricky Ruiz on in relief of Memo Diaz to take it. In swinging. That's knocked down and having to be cleared. Alfaro got ahead to that. Locomotive will let it roll out for a throw. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Live matches from MLS, USL, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC channel 157 and the new Sirius XM app. On the throw-in. Traore gets that. Things getting a little physical out there. Good switch, Rising FC against the run of play. But in the end, really mishandled by Sacco, and it's scored. As it comes out, the clearance is there, and Cabral gets his. Sacco just a mishandle, but Phoenix FC able to get that possession, and Remy Cabral, the former Rapids 2 man, able to knock that one through. Back it comes right inside from about 9 yards out. Phoenix certainly trying to step up the pace, and they've got the second goal as a result. On the front foot, Locomotive FC earns the free kick. Coronado has taken some bounces tonight. It's off of Colin Smith, as there you see Pamoduka, head coach at North Texas SC in 2022 and Pacific FC in Canada. Some solid success as a head coach at both of those stops. That pass taken immediately by Rising FC. That's Cuello to get that restart. Stepping in. Cuello again. Delivers that one. Akwe. Awkward as he slips, but delivers the ball out. It'll be another corner for Phoenix, their 6th of the night. Let's take a look at Remy Cabral's second goal for Phoenix Rising. Or the second goal for Phoenix this season. Falls right to him. They force the issue, and they've got the corner here. Top of the area, that's a drive over the bar. Cuello, the former Sac Republic man, sends that one into the GECU green seats. Phoenix, it took them a little bit to start playing with urgency, but certainly the subs have helped a bit with that. And Cuello, a couple of good touches for Rising FC in his few minutes on the pitch. So we enter the 72nd, Locomotive. Phoenix pressure should surely open something up if Locomotive can keep possession. They'll draw more contact here. Another foul, Cabrera. He's not shouting at the referee, he's shouting at his players. Alfaro, the long restart. Cuello with another touch. Kept in play for Phoenix. Here's Cuello as he's taken down and draws the contact. From Quesada. Marboy, the right wing, and it is out of play. Locomotive with the throw. Rising. Great work by Alfaro to earn a throw. They're in tight on Sacco. There's that man, Frank DeRoma, slides out of the challenge. Maybe a little too long. No, great hustle to keep this in play by Quesada. Quesada dribbles wide to the byline, sends it in. Locomotive to cover. Trying to get a piece of that is Beto Avila. Long distance ride from Palermo Ortiz. Up and over. Pressure by Locomotive again. Daroma there to challenge again. Locomotive forces the turnover, and they will call that a foul as Coronado takes down Avayevo. Marboy. We're hearing Robert Coronado is going to get a rest. Well deserved tonight. He's taken some bounces from a physical rising attack. We're hearing Kofi Tuamasi will make his 2025 debut. It's a great cross. Akwe is going to clear it out. Jan Rivera got a foot to that, and here is our substitution. Coming in minute 75. Kofi Tuamasi on to replace Robert Coronado, who will leave over the byline. That's headed out by Daroma. Ortiz. Make sure it stays out. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download now. Quick ball, you hear Phoenix bringing Rakoski. Out to get that pressure on into the 76th minute. It is out for a Locomotive throw. The wind starting to whip a little bit here at Southwest University Park. On a chilly night, as we said earlier, the first 1,500 fans through the door got a free Locomotive beanie. Oh, that's well played. Locomotive trying to hook that up. Cabrera to Avila. Blown up a bit by that rising FC defense and Traore. Back to the former LAFC man. Restart up that left wing. Comes up to Ortiz instead. Here is Daroma. Quesada does well there. Tuamasi, and they will reset all the way back to Jamali Wade. It's a good look at the beanies. On hand tonight, as we said earlier, that might be the most appropriate bit of tchotchke Locomotive FC has ever given out, because it is chilly tonight. Temperatures in the 50s dropping to the 40s with that cold wind, which has settled, as has most of the dust, thankfully. We don't have a whole lot in terms of adverse weather conditions in El Paso. People might say the heat is one of those. Not really. But we do get dust storms. That is perhaps our one biggest negative weather event. Here's Daroma. Front-facing Avila. Quesada lofts that one to the far post. Nobody in baby blue. Nearby, Armando Moreno appreciates the effort. Well, Pamoduka looking for answers, and for a second straight week, Phoenix on the verge of a loss. They got some late efforts against FC Tulsa last week, trying to manage something here, and certainly a lot more on the front foot, but not able to muster much. Cuello, long ball for Cabral. Taken instead by the captain. Ortiz, Tuamasi, flicked out to Quesada. Loose ball, Marboy gets that. That's knotted back. Well done to find Rikoski and just bleed out the pressure. Daniel Carter about ready to take Beto Avila's place. Who's Carter? I maintain Daniel Carter should have an assist on that Andy Cabrera goal in stoppage time last week. That's my hot take, and I'm sticking with it. Cabrera, Tomasi. DeRoma, that slid away. That's a great slide tackle in the middle. That'll spring the shot. Big effort there by Rivera. Locomotive, how about Jamali Wade again? Getting a piece of that. They're going to want a corner kick. They won't get it. JP Skierce got a piece, and it's going to be a yellow card for Tomasi for the takedown. Akwe. Jamali Wade with your GECU save of the game. Rivera back for how about that blast from Hope Avayevo. But Jamali Wade up to the task. Off to represent his country next week. The Jamaican international gets us restarted. Avila. Beto Avila. It's blasted away. It's a good job by Okello, who is, speaking of putting in a shift, Locomotive wants a foul, they won't get it. And here's Avayevo. Off to the races, Phoenix against the run of play. Avayevo off to the right side, and it's knocked in for three. Sacco was there. Another beautiful piece of service from Avayevo. And Phoenix Rising is within one in the 80th minute. Completely against the run of play. Alfaro decides he couldn't quite get there in time. Fans letting them know about it, but it is 4-3 as we hit the 81st minute, and here is the sub. Daniel Carter coming on to replace Beto Avila. Well, Locomotive has found its shooting boots. Certainly. But you wouldn't expect what was the cherry on top from Armando Moreno at the time. The goal that made it 4-1, the beautiful bicycle kick, to be what is right now the match-winning goal. But here we are. 81st minute. Here's Cuello. Beautiful inlet pass, but it is well seen by Locomotive. Back out again, though, and that's going to be a foul. Over the back of Cabrera goes Avayevo. And now Wilmer Cabrera talking to the fourth official. He doesn't do that a whole lot, but he did there. We had a 4-goal match last week, but if you told me there would be 7 on the board in the 82nd minute with a possibility for more, I would have called you nuts. Yet again, here we are, and Locomotive forcing the turnover. Tomasi and Armando Moreno. That ball's kept in play, but Moreno the only one there to receive. Alfaro. Moreno taken down and draws the contact. Free kick. Pamoduka still urging his players forward, but Locomotive will certainly take a bit of time here. Should be pointed out, Locomotive has now scored 6 goals here at Southwest University Park all of last season. All of 2024, an entire 8-month campaign. They managed only 15. 17 home games and 15 goals. That's flicked on nicely by Ortiz. It'll be rolled out, and another Locomotive corner coming. 6th of the match for El Paso. Quesada looks to be taking it. Who wants the ball? And you hear the assistant referee saying, let's go, let's go. Locomotive will certainly take as much of the time they can. And Quesada will leave off for Ricky Reis. In swinging ball with Reis's left foot. Chopped nicely to the far post and headed wide. Marboy was the one who got ahead to it. It's another corner coming for El Paso. And this time it looks to be Quesada to take it. Reis is trotting out there and little cat and mouse game. He might take this one short. There's the signal. Quesada signaling as Memo Diaz did. Into the middle of the box, headed out by Okello. Straight to Ortiz, the man staying home. Ortiz, long ball, the launch. Cuello gets a piece. Locomotive throw. 85th minute. Locomotive now hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Phoenix has found its scoring touch, but is it too little too late? Moreno wins the throw. Tomasi. Moreno and Tomasi. Tomasi does well to control and earns another corner. Out off of Marboy. The Ghanaian coming in from Rhode Island FC. Kofi Tomasi, his first appearance for Locomotive FC. Here tonight in front of the home crowd. We'll roll that one short. It's Cabrera, and right off the feet of Cuello. Lofted back in and blasted out. Good cover by Skeers. And it'll be a rising throw. Here is Cuello. 86th minute, Phoenix pouring forward. There's that man again. That's a good solid cross. Nobody in black nearby. Sacco. Locomotive gets that cleared. Oh, the loft, it's in for the goal! My goodness gracious! Traore catches Jamali Wade off his line and just blasts it from over midfield. And it's 4-4 out of nothing. Traore takes a shot, and Phoenix Rising FC has equalized. That gets loose. It is on the Phoenix Rising half of the pitch, but Jamali Waite out of position, wasn't expecting this rip from Traore to find the back of the net, and we're tied at 4. Unbelievable. Armando Moreno had the overhead kick that was sure to be one of, if not the goal of the week. But that will surely take second place to Mohamed Traore. In the 87th minute, still time for a match winner. But it's Phoenix Rising more on the front foot at this point. That'll bounce into the middle. The takeaway of Ayevu. That's chopped out. It'll be another Phoenix corner coming up. 7th of the match. Jamali Waite shaking his head. And again, another one that if he knew it was coming, you expect him to make the save. He was not expecting that. And that was opportunistic at best. But in it goes, and here it's Cuello. In swinging ball, that's knocked out by Alfaro. Straight to Cuello. And it'll be a goal kick. 89th minute. Phoenix Rising FC makes up a 3-goal deficit on the road. What a performance. The fans getting behind the home team. But here again, up that right wing side, Sacco. Oh, just wide. Trying to make the connection with Remy Cabral. Not able to get there. And that was the 5th goal. And a hard foul there. Cuello with a takedown. Locomotive earns the restart. Andy Cabrera. Locomotive has been pretty solid on counterattack. That's over the top. Into the 90th minute here. De Roma. Cabrera. There will be 5 minutes of stoppage time. We ain't done yet. Ortiz. The rip. Moreno just missing over the bar. Good look from Armando Moreno. End to end we go. And into stoppage time with the score notched at 4. The give and go. Okello into the middle. Spinning away from trouble, Avayevo. Paso will retake possession. Challenged all the way out on that right wing side. Andy Cabrera earns a throw. Quesada. Cabrera forward. That is out for a Phoenix throw. Not enough for Daniel Carter to get to. The Honduran Daniel Carter. Sacco, that's liable to be a card. Indeed it will be. De Roma into the book as we take a look at our physical play of the match. De Roma as we take a look at our physical play of the game, and it is the overhead kick from Armando Moreno. Good look on the ISO cam. And that is De Roma getting a second yellow card. He is out in stoppage time. Frank De Roma issued his walking papers, so it's 11 on 10. Frank De Roma. It's actually no. You know, he was not on a yellow card. He obviously said something to the referee. So receives the booking and then obviously said something as a scramble for the ball in the Locomotive box. He was not in the book and suddenly received 2 consecutive yellow cards. Dissent, obviously, the second one. So Locomotive playing with 10. Do they have anything left? Do we have a match winner for either side? Spinning away from trouble. That's a knockdown. Locomotive will take that one. Again, Sacco working things with Cabral. Jamali Waite there to clear out the danger. Alfaro. That's a good bit of tight control for Alfaro. Puts it into a spot. Daniel Carter trying to get there. Cuello has to go back to his keeper. Carter basically playing as the lone man up top. A little Moreno magic on the left side. Pa Moduka has got to love the response from his team. A lot of the good things that have happened have come off the foot of that man, Avayevo, who's whistled for the foul. Close to the final minute of stoppage time. Phoenix will win that. Ortiz, nicely done. Over the top, that's a bit dangerous. Tuamasi and Quesada. Off to Moreno, ready to go to work. Plays it forward. Here's Moreno. That's chopped. Cabrera trying to get there, but good control by Sacco, who has been a danger. That's going to be a foul on Alfaro, who receives the yellow card. And Alfaro's going to see his second yellow. I don't think the referee has recognized that, unless it was not Alfaro. I guess I'll ask. Alfaro's in the book in the 64th minute. Was that foul on him? With the yellow card, the yellow card here on this foul. This might be the last play of the match. Here's Cuello. Last minute substitution. Jamison Ping about ready to make his way on for this last action. Cuello. It's headed out by Alfaro. No whistle yet. Rakoski. Blasted out. We play on. Cuello. Cuello. Cuello steps over. The contact made. Wait. There in the shot. How about that one from Ping? Obviously, the stoppage for the red card in Daroma has given us a little more time. We play on. Okello off to the right side. Sacco and Okello. Okello lifted up by Akwe. Alfaro to Moreno. Moreno sidesteps the pressure. Moreno to Daniel Carter, who's taken down. Referee says play on, saying that Carter made the most of that. Well, he has allowed a lot of physical play here tonight. Ping. We are into the 98th minute. Ping. Off to the left. Rivera lofted into the box. Nodded back in, and that is going to do it. Well, how about an 8-goal Saturday night in El Paso, Texas? Again, though, Locomotive will share the points, but Pa Moduka has got to be very, very happy with his team's response, getting a point from what was staring to be, or looking to be, a resounding defeat. And Wilmer Cabrera is upset. 4-4 at the end of 90 plus here in El Paso.
At Lone Star Title, we are excited and anxious to be a part of our city's vibrant and exciting growth. The employees of Lone Star Title Company are prepared to continue our growth together and to serve the real estate and title closing needs of our diverse community. El Paso is a very special place, and we are grateful for your continuous business support through the years.
In the blink of an eye, an accident can lead to a traumatic brain injury. These injuries may not be visible, but their impact can last a lifetime. Every year, countless victims suffer from TBIs, facing challenges like memory loss, mood changes, and difficulty in daily activities. If you or a loved one has experienced a TBI due to someone else's negligence, you deserve justice. Call Carter Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
Chihuahuas baseball is back. The El Paso Chihuahuas return to Southwest University Park with opening day set for Friday, March 28th. Be one of 3,000 fans to score commemorative rally towel upon entry and grab a magnet schedule on your way out. Saturday night, skies light up with our fireworks spectacular, the first of the season. Sunday is Kids Day with a Kids Jersey giveaway. Individual tickets are on sale now. Secure your seats at epchihuahuas.com. El Paso Chihuahuas, fetch the fun.
Welcome back as we take a look at the Plaza Hotel in historic downtown El Paso. Locomotive FC 4, Rising FC 4. As we take a look at the final stats, each team with 4 goals. Rising ends up out shooting El Paso 14-11, 6-4 shots on target. Locomotive, how about that? Phoenix Rising decides to give up possession, and Locomotive with more of the ball. But certainly, after a tie, a draw that felt like a win last night or last weekend, it's a draw that feels like a bit of a loss tonight versus Rising FC, as Locomotive had a 4-1 lead and allows Rising to score the last 3 before taking, or both the teams sharing a point. There were many more yellow cards than that, I can tell you, at least for Locomotive. And there were 2 yellow cards on Alfaro, who did not leave the pitch, but was not shown red by the referee. That is very interesting. So Locomotive allowed to finish with 10, but it really should have been 9. Boy, this game just had it all. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. 4-4 after an amazing 90 minutes, and Locomotive fans, well, you can't say they weren't entertained on Beanie Night. But we were beamed by this game in more ways than one. As Locomotive scores 4, but Rising FC got 1 back before the half and then scored 3 in the second half. As we take a look at all of the goals, we bring you all the goals. Feast your eyes on this display from both Locomotive and Rising FC, and a couple of sure Goal of the Week nominees. On the clearance, it bounces to Beto Avila. That was off of a corner in the 6th minute. Hearts with Armando Moreno, and it was Armando Moreno who gets this feed from Memo Diaz, sees it through off Rakoski, gets the ball and rolls it home for his second. But just before the half, it was Okello in stoppage time on a great ball in on the corner from Avayevu. But Beto Avila with 2 options. Moreno, and on the left side, there to push it home, Gabby Torres opens his account for Locomotive. Again off the corner, again from Memo Diaz. It rolls around, and there is Armando Moreno. The overhead blast. That was a hopeful header from Moreno, but it would come back to where he makes it work on that right foot. But how about this rip? Off the carom, it comes to Remy Cabral, and then again, Avayevu. Over to the right side and ripping it home was Sacco, in for Dario Spinella. But Mohamed Traore with an absolute bomb from midfield to tie the game out of nothing. Well, there we go. Full moon tonight is that is the most appropriate thing we've seen all evening as we head down to the pitch for our star of the night, our estrella of the night.
Locos, help me welcome tonight's estrella of the match, Armando Moreno. Armando, what an amazing goal. What went through your mind to even attempt the bicycle, and what was your reaction when it went in?
That's an opportunity I always try to take, even at training. I've scored one before a couple years ago, so every year I want to try to do the same thing because it's something that I know I can do. As soon as I hit it, I didn't even look back. I just saw my teammates come to me, and I was really happy that I was able to hit it right and it went in, exactly where it needed to go.
A 4-goal outburst at home. What have you been working on in training that's translated into 6 goals in 2 games at home?
Well, I think the chemistry that we're trying to build right now, unfortunate that we were able to tie this game, but you can clearly tell that we're connecting more as a team in the attacking half, So we're going to try to take all the positives out of this game, especially us as forwards, because something that we lacked last year. So for me personally, I know we have a lot to do to work as a team, but, us as forwards, we got to keep doing and keep scoring. It's unfortunate that we tied tonight, but, we went out there and tried to give everything.
U.S. Open Cup on Wednesday. What can fans expect in such a unique tournament?
We're trying to get our first home win, so I know it's going to be something that we're going to look forward to. It doesn't matter what competition it is, we're always going to try to win. So hopefully the guys are ready to go. I know we will be, so I'm just excited to go.
What a fast start to the season. A big game coming up versus New Mexico United, your former team. What does the team need to do to keep up the momentum and spoil their game home opener next Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, look, teams are going to play. Everyone tries to work hard all week. Every team is different. The way we need to come out is the same way we came out these 2 halves. The first half, coming in, scoring a goal as quick as possible, and trying to just maintain a clean sheet. That's something that we're going to look to work on towards this next game. At the Open Cup, and then obviously away at New Mexico.
Thank you so much, Armando. Let's give it up for tonight's estrella of the match, Armando Moreno.
Armando Moreno, rightfully, with 2 goals tonight. He scored 3. He scored 5 all of last season. Certainly the Locomotive attack with 6 goals in 2 matches. Absolutely spectacular to see. They'll hopefully be working on the defense a bit. But 4 goals for Locomotive in front of the home crowd. That's the first time that's happened in 3 seasons. Impressive. But how about Mohamed Traore in the 86th minute to tie? And it finishes 4-4 for Juan Gutierrez and our entire crew here at Southwest University Park. I'm Duke Keith. So long, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.